The next new technology tool that I'm going to be discussing is epals, and it's a virtual pen pal site that, as an English teacher, it intrigued me, so I was excited to find out some information about it. Why I chose this, my students definitely lack diverse experiences. Many of them have not ever left Springfield. Chicago might be the farthest that they've ever traveled. Some of them maybe even St. Louis. Some haven't left Sangamon County. So I think it's important for them to understand how big the world is, and providing these opportunities, I think, would benefit them, not only in their high school career, but as future members of society for sure. I think the collaboration aspect of it is fantastic. You can look for other people who are looking to do similar projects. I think that would be great. And I think being able to learn about others in this interactive way is very valuable. The purpose of this site is to provide insight into other cultures and locations, and also to practice writing skills. So many of these kids just text and send Snapchats that the formal letter writing skills have certainly gone by the wayside, but I think they're going to find, as soon as they hit the real world, that resume practice that we do they should have paid more attention perhaps. And also it provides an environment for myself and other teachers to model socially responsible communication when we're engaging with digital tools. So I think that's another valuable purpose of this website. The audience that it's intended for is certainly students and teachers. Looking through the profiles of the classrooms that are available for matching, the age ranges vary, so I think any grade level would work, depending on what you wanted to get out of it for sure. You might even do sort type of mentoring if you had younger students with older students. I think perhaps I have a program that I'm trying to start with our program in AIM. It's Attendance Intervention Mentors, and I think this would be a good way to maybe contact younger kids. This would be a good way for them to exchange information with older students who have overcome some of their truancy issues. The ISTE teacher standards that I found that coordinated with this website, this technology tool, was Standard 1, Parts C and D. It promotes student reflection and models collaborative knowledge and construction. Because you are writing and you're writing to someone else, I think it lets students reflect on what they're thinking, but also perhaps what the other person is saying about how they understand this part of the country or this part of the world. The Standard 2, this program allows you to design lessons that incorporate digital tools, this web-based pen pal system for sure. Standard 4, Parts A and C. It advocates, models, and teaches safe, legal, ethical use of digital information and technology, and it promotes and models digital etiquette. Again, it's how do we put ourselves out on the web and be responsible with that and our digital footprint. What are we leaving behind? And proper etiquette is important. And if we don't practice that, then students aren't going to have those skills when they enter the workforce, which is our ultimate goal, is to have responsible citizens who use the technology and digital applications to better things, not to create more problems per se. So I will exit out of this and we will go right to the epals website, which is just epals.com. I've already signed in to alleviate any of issues about the sign-in process, and it was very simple. I will say that once you create your profile, the website has to approve it before it gets posted, but that took less than 24 hours, and it was approved. And so when you go to look at you can see I can click here on my profile, and you can see I just wrote a quick little blurb about my class, that it's a language arts students. They're mostly juniors and seniors who are enrolled in the local alternative school in Central Illinois. There are 4 periods of between 10 to 15 students who would benefit engaging with students of different cultures or simply different parts of the country. Most have never traveled outside of Illinois. So you're able to edit that and it's visible to everyone. So if there's anyone who's looking to exchange with this type of student or this many students, it might be someone who needs um, that many. And it allowed me to establish emails for up to, I put in 60 students just so that I'd have enough. But, and it sent me to my email here, it has um, it must be in review student mail. So you can actually see, but here's the student accounts. So I can see how many students, and there would just be numbered with my name at epals, which is a really good way to keep track of what's being sent out, but still give students a little bit of responsibility in that. And so I can see incoming, outgoing mail, anything that's been processed, and look at that and change any filters that need to be changed. If we're looking for classrooms, these are all of the classrooms that are available. So you can click on certain areas of the country or those with the number of students. And these are just a few. This one is in the UK, and they're small children, and they're learning French and English, and it's a good way for them to practice their English. So I think that's very user-friendly. It gives you an opportunity to change these pictures when you set up your profile. There's also project overviews, that there are different projects that might not just be corresponding, but maybe you're doing some type of research within your class and you'd like to coordinate that with a classroom somewhere else. So there's also that opportunity. So I think between the classroom exchange of letters and emails, and the opportunity to do projects with other classes outside of your own area, I think it opens up the opportunities to provide diverse learning experiences for our students that they might not be able to get, especially in a class, in a program such as ours where I teach. Limited funds. These kids aren't coming from high poverty, so to actually engage with someone who's from a different country and a different culture could really spark some interest that they might not have otherwise. So I think that's a very valuable asset of this program.